Hello, children. Hope you and your loved ones are all safe in your house. Children, I'm sure you all like listening to stories. Some of you might also be good storytellers. Today, in the lesson, Three Sacks of Rice, we are going to read a story about three brothers. So, let's start reading and see what this lesson is all about. You may have read many stories about three brothers. Usually, two of them, the elder ones, are strong, clever, but unkind. They laugh at the youngest one because he is too simple and soft hearted. Our story also has three brothers who lived in a small town, but they were all three of them honest, kind, and hardworking. The elder one ran a shop, the middle one was a priest, and the youngest one had just finished his education. He had started taking up odd jobs to earn some money and to learn a trade. All three of them were fond of their mother. She had worked hard to bring up the three of them after the sudden death of their father. Elder means a person of greater age than someone specified. Soft hearted means kind and compassionate. Honest means truthful and sincere. Hardworking means tending to work with energy and commitment. Trade means the practice of making one's living in business. Sudden, occurring or done quickly and unexpectedly or without warning. Children, there are many stories about brothers and sisters. Like the Cinderella story, where there are three sisters, two are bad and one is good. In a standard fifth textbook also, there is a lesson, the 12 months, where there are two sisters, one good and one bad. However, today's story is a little different. It's about three brothers who are all good. They live in a small town. The elder one is a shopkeeper, middle one is a priest, and the youngest one has just finished his education and he's trying to learn different trades or different businesses. They have been brought up by their mother after their father's death. One day, their father's friend visited the mother. He said, "Sister, you know that I have a very prosperous business, but now I'm getting old and my only daughter is of a marriageable age. I'm looking for a son-in-law who would be a good husband to my daughter and who would also handle my business. Well, I like all your sons. If you permit, I'll marry my daughter to one of them, but before that I have a plan." He discussed the plan with her and she agreed quite readily. The next day, the friend went to each of the three brothers one by one. He gave them each a sack of rice and said, "My dear boy, I'm going away for a few months for some necessary work. Please look after this sack of rice till I come back." Prosperous means flourishing financially. Marriageable means fit, suitable, or attractive for marriage, especially in being of the right age. Permit, give authorization or consent to someone to do something. Necessary means needed or essential. Now, one day, their father's friend comes to visit their mother and tells her that he is looking for a husband for his daughter and would like to consider one of her three sons. He tells her that he has a plan that will help him decide between the three brothers. The mother agrees to the plan. The next day, he visits each of the three brothers and gives them each a sack of rice to look after till he comes back for them. The friend went away. Many months passed, but he did not return. It was nearly a year before he came back. He visited the eldest brother first. The eldest brother welcomed him and gave him a small purse full of money. "Uncle, you had left a sack of rice with me. After a few months, I was worried that it may get spoiled. Therefore, I sold the rice to my customers. Here's the money I got. Please accept it. Thank you, my boy. You are such an honest person." So, children, we see that after many months, the man comes back. And what does he find? The elder brother gives him a small purse of money and tells him that he was worried that the rice that he had given may get spoiled, and therefore he sold the rice to his customers. The man thanks the elder brother for being honest and he leaves. Then the friend went to see the middle brother, who was a priest. The priest greeted him with joy and affection. He said, "Uncle, remember you had left a sack of rice with me a year ago? I had kept it for many months, but then I was worried that it may get spoiled. I distributed the rice among the poor in your name. They all blessed you for satisfying their hunger. However, I did that without your permission, and I'm willing to pay you back for the rice." Affection means a gentle feeling of fondness or liking. Distributed means shared or spread out. Satisfying means giving fulfillment for the pleasure associated with this. Permission means consent or authorization. So next we see that the friend visits the middle brother. And what has the middle brother done? He has distributed the rice among the poor, and the poor has blessed the man for giving them food. But since this middle brother had not taken the friend's permission for this, he is willing to pay him back for the rice. Does the friend take the compensation which the priest offers? Let's see. "No, my boy, you acted wisely and kindly. The blessings that I got from the poor people are enough for me. Please don't even think about the money any more." When the friend went to visit the youngest son, he too welcomed him with love and respect, but he said that he had a confession to make. "The sack of rice was lying with me for a long time, but then I had an idea. I often go to a neighboring farm to help with the work. I borrowed an unused plot of land from the farmer. I exchanged the sack of rice for paddy and sowed the paddy in the plot. Fortunately, the crop grew well and yielded 25 sacks of rice. I have kept back 5 of the sacks and sold 20 of them. Here's the money. If you allow, I would like to keep a part of it as my share, considering the labor and money I spent to get it all done." Wisely means in a way that shows experience, knowledge, and good judgment. Confession means a formal statement admitting that one is guilty of a crime. Neighboring, of a place or thing be situated next to or very near. Borrowed, take and use something that belongs to someone else with the intention of returning it. Exchanged, give something and receive something of the same kind in return. Paddy, rice before threshing or in the husk. Fortunately, luckily. Yielded, produce or provide a natural agricultural or industrial product. Considering, in view of. Labor, work especially hard, physical work. Now here we see that the father's friend refuses to take money from the priest and tells him that the people's blessings are enough for him. Next, the friend goes to the youngest brother. The youngest brother says that he exchanged the sack of rice for paddy, borrowed an unused plot of land, planted the paddy which produced more rice. And how many sacks of rice, children, did he get? Yes, he got 25 sacks of rice. And out of this 25, he sold 20 sacks, and the money that he got, he offered it to the father's friend. But at the end, the youngest brother also says that he has put a lot of effort to cultivate and sell this rice. So he would like to keep a part of the money. A wide smile spread on the friend's face. He had found his future son-in-law. Here we come to know that the friend has finally decided who his future son-in-law is going to be. Children, do you know who this is? Yes, you are correct. It is the youngest brother. Now, why was the youngest brother chosen? Because he proved himself to be wise and resourceful. He used 1 sack of rice to grow more rice, and at the end, there were 25 sacks of rice. So children, with this we complete explanation for this lesson. Thank you for listening. Goodbye and take care.